The Young and the Restless spoilers Friday, January 2nd. Mariah Stalker, Victor, and Nick's urgent strategy. The Young and the Restless spoilers are in for Friday, January 2nd, 2026. In tomorrow's episode, fans can expect Mariah Copeland, Cameron Grimes, to be stalked by a ghost. Meanwhile, Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, and Nick Nemwin, Joshua Morrow, strategize regarding Matt Clark, Roger Howarth. Keep reading, and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera, Mariah Copeland's Stalker. Let's start off with Mariah. Fans know that the past few months, the redhead has been struggling with her mental health. Then, she tried to kill a man, Michael Swan, with her bare hands. The woman eventually checked into a mental health facility. While everyone was hoping it would make Mariah better, it hasn't. Now Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks, is freaking out because Mariah informed her she's checking out. It wasn't even a phone call explaining, just a vague text message. Then, we have a preview clip showing Mariah staring into a bathroom mirror. In the reflection, Ian Ward, Ray Wise, stares back at her. Tessa Porter's romance. As for Tessa, she is tired of waiting for a woman who might never come home. It's not just hurting Tessa, but Aria Copeland Porter, Millie and Maddie Ingalls as well. The little girl is too young to understand and just knows her mom is gone. Tessa can't put her life on hold forever for Mariah. So the brunette has fallen into bed with Michael Romalotti, Jr., Michael Grisady. It is teased that Daniel will make a promise to Tessa. Since Mariah's secrets have caused Tessa so much pain, Daniel might swear never to keep anything from her. However, that might be easier said than done. Nick Newman's risky offer. The Young and the Restless spoilers for tomorrow's episode reveal that Nick has made a $1 million offer to Matt. The villain said he would think about it. However, fans know that Matt told Detective Annie Stewart, Catherine Kresge, that he might not release Sanna Bacall, Tamara Braun. The villain added that he might even take Noah Newman, Lucas Adams, away from Nick and Sharon Newman, Sharon Case. It would be just like the villain to take Noah away from Schick, since he no longer has Sienna's love. It would be a weird eye for an eye situation. But Matt isn't exactly the most reasonable or stable man. Victor Newman strategizes. Next, Nick and Victor will put their heads together to make sure that Matt is taken down for good. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Friday, January 2nd? Today's shocking Young and the Restless spoilers Friday, January 2nd. Mariah Stalker, Victor, and Nick's urgent strategy. Genoa City is heating up in shocking ways this Friday, January 2nd, and the Young and the Restless fans are in for a roller coaster of suspense, danger, and family intrigue. From Mariah Copeland's unnerving stalker situation to Victor and Nick Newman strategizing to protect the family empire, the stakes have never been higher. If you thought the new year would start quietly in Genoa City, think again. This Friday's episode's promise drama that will leave viewers on the edge of their seats. Mariah's stalker sends shivers through Genoa City. The biggest headline today is undoubtedly Mariah Copeland's harrowing ordeal. Viewers have seen Mariah navigate her fair share of dangers, but the arrival of a mysterious stalker threatens to upend her life completely. Sources suggest this storyline is intensifying, with Mariah receiving ominous messages and unsettling reminders that someone is watching her every move. Mariah, known for her strength and resilience, initially attempts to brush off the creeping fear, but the tension escalates quickly. Social media buzz indicates that fans are already speculating about who could be behind this terrifying attention. Could it be an old adversary from her past, a vindictive ex, or someone with ties to her twin sister, Summer? The stakes are personal. Mariah is not just facing random harassment. This stalker seems to know intimate details about her life, her routines, and even her relationships. The psychological tension is palpable, and Genoa City's residents are beginning to feel the ripple effects. This isn't just Mariah's problem. The people she loves are getting drawn into the danger as well. Recent spoilers suggest that Mariah may confide in Tessa Porter, who has been a consistent support in her life. However, Tessa's ability to help may be limited, as the Stalker's moves are increasingly unpredictable. As Mariah tries to regain control, the audience will witness a tense game of cat and mouse, one that could escalate to shocking confrontations, betrayals, or even physical danger. Fans are also wondering if Mariah's Stalker could connect to other Genoa City mysteries. Could this threat somehow tie into Victor Newman's larger web of enemies? The suspense is high, and the showrunners are teasing that Friday's episodes may include a jaw-dropping reveal. The tension isn't just about fear, it's about trust, loyalty, and survival. Victor and Nick's urgent strategy, protecting the Newman empire. While Mariah faces threats from the shadows, Victor Newman is turning his attention to the forefront of Genoa City's corporate battlefield. Victor has always been a master strategist, and today's episodes promise to showcase his cunning like never before. With the Newman empire facing mounting external and internal pressures, Victor is calling an emergency meeting with his son, Nick Newman, to orchestrate a plan that could change the course of their business legacy. The spoilers suggest that Victor and Nick are formulating a strategy to fend off multiple threats simultaneously, ranging from hostile corporate takeovers to personal vendettas that could destabilize Newman Enterprises. The stakes are high, and the tension between father and son adds a unique emotional dimension to the storyline. Nick, often the more cautious and morally conflicted Newman, is likely to clash with Victor's high-risk, aggressive approach. This generational tug-of-war promises intense dialogue and dramatic confrontations. Fans can expect sharp exchanges, heated debates, and strategic maneuvers that will have them guessing what the Newmans will do next. In addition to business threats, Victor and Nick must contend with the intricate web of Genoa City relationships. With characters like Amanda Sinclair, Chance Chancellor, and Phyllis Summers potentially playing pivotal roles, the strategy isn't just about money. It's about influence, leverage, and survival in a city where power is everything. Spoilers hint that part of the plan involves a secret alliance that could shift the balance of power dramatically. This development is expected to create ripple effects across multiple storylines, particularly for the Abbott family and their ongoing rivalry with the Newmans. Victor's brilliance lies in his ability to see moves several steps ahead, but even he may be underestimating the cunning of his adversaries. Tensions rise as family and business collide. What makes today's Y&R spoilers especially riveting is the collision of personal danger with corporate intrigue. Mariah's Stalker and Victor's urgent strategy may seem like separate storylines, but in Genoa City, no plot exists in isolation. There are strong hints that the two could intersect, raising the stakes even higher. Could Victor's enemies have a hand in Mariah's Stalker situation? It's not out of the question. Genoa City's history is filled with vendettas that intertwine the personal and professional, and Friday's episodes are likely to remind viewers why no Newman is ever truly safe. Meanwhile, Mariah's attempts to protect herself may force her to take dramatic actions, potentially impacting her relationships with family, friends, and even allies within the business world. This adds a layer of emotional intensity that complements the corporate chess game being played by Victor. Fans should also pay attention to the psychological complexity of these storylines. Mariah's fear is relatable and human, while Victor and Nick's strategy highlights ambition, legacy, and moral compromise. By juxtaposing these arcs, The Young and the Restless is setting up one of the most compelling Fridays in recent memory, a day when suspense, family drama, and shocking revelations collide. Supporting characters stepping into the spotlight. Of course, no Y&R storyline exists in a vacuum. Supporting characters are expected to play crucial roles in today's drama. Tessa Porter may be central to helping Mariah navigate the Stalker threat, while characters like Abby Newman, Victoria Newman, and even Devon Hamilton could become involved as the dangers escalate. On the business front, expect intrigue from figures such as Amanda Sinclair, Arturo Oles, and the Abbotts, who may attempt to exploit any perceived weaknesses in the Newman strategy. Friday's episodes may also tease alliances that fans didn't see coming, adding another layer of unpredictability to the mix. It's also worth noting that Genoa City's media and social circles are likely to amplify the drama. Rumors, gossip, and public exposure could create pressure points that complicate Victor and Nick's plan. In the world of YNR, even the smallest misstep can lead to devastating consequences. Fan reactions and social media buzz. As is always the case with YNR, social media is already buzzing with speculation and predictions. Fans are debating the identity of Mariah Stalker, theorizing about Victor's secret alliance, and analyzing how Nick will react to his father's high-stakes strategy. Some fans are rooting for Mariah to confront her stalker head-on, while others anticipate a shocking twist where someone close to her could betray her. Discussions on Twitter and fan forums suggest that viewers are particularly excited to see the psychological tension explored in today's episodes, along with the corporate intrigue that has defined Newman Enterprises for decades. Meanwhile, Victor's fans are eagerly watching to see how the patriarch balances ruthlessness with family loyalty. The dynamic between Victor and Nick is a longtime fan favorite, and this week's episodes promise to highlight both the warmth and friction that defines their relationship. What to watch for? Here's a breakdown of the key moments fans should keep an eye on during today's episodes of The Young and the Restless. Mariah's stalker escalates. Watch for scenes where Mariah realizes the stalker is closer than she imagined. The tension is expected to culminate in a confrontation that could change her life forever. Victor and Nick's strategy session. Expect high-stakes discussions, strategic planning, and perhaps a surprising alliance that could shift the power balance in Genoa City. Family collisions, personal danger, and corporate intrigue intersect in ways that could test loyalties, relationships, and moral boundaries. Supporting characters' moves, Tessa, Abby, Victoria, and others may have pivotal moments that influence the outcome of both the Stalker plotline and the Newman corporate strategy. Shocking revelations. Friday's episodes are likely to feature at least one jaw-dropping twist, something fans will be talking about for weeks. Predictions and speculation. Based on previous YNR story arcs and the hints teased by spoilers, several predictions seem likely. Mariah may uncover a clue about her stalker's identity that implicates someone unexpected. This could lead to dramatic confrontations and emotional fallout. Victor and Nick's strategy could involve a temporary truce with one of their rivals, perhaps an abbot or another Genoa City power player. The collision of Mariah's personal danger with Victor's corporate maneuvering could create a scenario where the family must unite in unprecedented ways, blending suspense with emotional drama. Fans are also speculating about how these storylines might set up long-term arcs for 2026. Mariah's stalker could evolve into a multi-week thriller, while Victor and Nick's strategic moves could redefine Newman Enterprises' dominance in Genoa City. Final thoughts. Friday, January 2nd, is shaping up to be one of the most intense days on The Young and the Restless. With Mariah facing a terrifying stalker and Victor and Nick navigating the treacherous waters of corporate strategy, viewers are in for a mix of suspense, drama, and shocking revelations. The beauty of YNR lies in its ability to weave together personal, emotional storylines with high-stakes corporate intrigue, and Friday's episodes appear to do just that. Mariah's resilience, Nick's moral conflicts, and Victor's cunning promise to deliver a roller coaster of emotions, twists, and unforgettable moments. If there's one thing guaranteed for today, it's that Genoa City will remind fans why they've been hooked on The Young and the Restless for decades. Prepare for suspense, strategy, and shocking drama that could redefine relationships, alliances, and the very balance of power in this iconic soap opera. Disclaimer: spoilers are subject to change as The Young and the Restless airs. Scenes described here are based on insider information and fan speculation ahead of the Friday, January 2nd episode. The Young and the Restless shocks fans. Mariah Copeland's stalker revealed in chilling new twist. By Soap Scoop Daily, Friday, January 2nd, 2026. If you thought Genoa City couldn't get any crazier, you were wrong. Today's The Young and the Restless spoilers have dropped a bombshell that's already lighting up fan timelines. Mariah Copeland, Cameron Grimes, is being haunted, stalked, by someone she's convinced is a ghost or worse. And this shocking twist is not only rocking her world, it's threatening everything she's ever known. This isn't just another soap cliffhanger. It's a psychological terror plot that may redefine Mariah's story arc forever. Let's break down what's actually happening and what it means for Genoa City's most troubled heroine. Haunting or stalking? What we know so far. In tomorrow's episode, airing Friday, January 2nd, fans will see Mariah's mental health spiral in ways that might leave even longtime viewers stunned. The Ghost in the Mirror. Spoilers reveal a chilling sequence where Mariah is standing in front of a bathroom mirror, and someone, Ian Ward, is staring back at her. But here's the twist. Ian is dead in the show's canon. Yes, dead. For months now, Mariah has been grappling with intense psychological distress, starting with past trauma tied to Ian Ward's cult and later, extreme guilt and guilt-induced hallucinations. Recent episodes showed that even after checking herself into treatment, the nightmares haven't ended, they're intensified. But this? Seeing a reflection that shouldn't exist? That's not just a hallucination trope. That's a stalking nightmare. What causes this stalker phenomenon? A deep dive. To understand why this is so shocking, you need context. Mariah's journey has been one marked by 1. Years of inner turmoil and identity struggles. Mariah wasn't always part of the Newman/Abbott world. She arrived in Genoa City under mysterious circumstances, only for it to later be revealed she was Sharon Newman's long-lost twin, stolen at birth and raised in a dangerous cult led by Ian Ward himself. These early years left her with deep emotional scars that have resurfaced repeatedly throughout her time on the show. 2. A disturbing blackmail storyline, 2025. Before the current stalker angle emerged, Mariah was thrust into scandal, rumors, and tension when Kane Ashby found potential blackmail materials tied to her personal struggles and used it as leverage against her. This added another layer of paranoia and fear in her psyche, planting seeds of suspicion about who's watching her and why. 3. The haunted business trip that changed everything. In mid-2025, an explosive storyline unfolded. Mariah went on a business trip, met a stranger, an older man in a bar, and something terrifying happened, so terrifying that it's apparently the catalyst for her current breakdown. While the full truth hasn't been revealed on screen yet, rumors and spoilers suggest she may have been intoxicated and triggered by old trauma. She might believe she killed him. She fled without clarifying what happened. This combination of guilt, fear, and unresolved mystery has visibly pushed her toward anxiety that culminates in the stalker hallucinations fans are now seeing. So who or what is stalking Mariah? Here's where the show and the speculation collide. Theory 1. Traumatic hallucinations. Mariah's psychological scars are real, and ghosts of her past, especially Ian Ward, have haunted her before. Ian has appeared in visions, memories, and ominous moments, long after his death. Some fans think her mind is bringing him back as a personification of her haunting guilt and fear. This isn't out of the realm of YNR storytelling. Characters have experienced supernatural-level hallucinations before. Theory 2. A real stalker enters the plot. While much of this could be psychological, there may be an actual, unseen stalker character manipulating her. Why? Messages she didn't send. Figures only she seems to notice. Someone with a vendetta or connection to her trauma. This is where writers seem to be steering the show, toward a mystery with tangible danger, not just imagined fear. Theory 3. Ian Ward's legacy lives on. Even though he's dead, spoilers and readings of scenes suggest that Ian's influence hasn't really left Mariah's world. His presence, real or imagined, keeps resurfacing in dreamlike, frightening ways. YNR recaps, spoilers, and news. Some fans online are already theorizing that someone might even be posing as Ian to destabilize her even further. It's classic soap opera misdirection. Tessa Porter, the wife who fears for Mariah. One of the most heart-wrenching elements of this storyline is Tessa Porter's reaction. Tessa has been nothing but supportive throughout Mariah's struggles, listening to vague texts, worrying when she disappeared, and trying to understand the breakdown. But now, she's officially freaking out. Rather than dismissing Mariah's fears as just mental, Tessa is genuinely concerned for her safety, which adds emotional weight. This isn't just a psychic thriller, it's a relationship crisis. If Mariah truly believes someone is stalking her, ghostly or not, it threatens not just her mental health, but her marriage and identity. What to expect in upcoming episodes? Here's what viewers should be prepared for, based on spoilers and insider leaks. More mirror hallucinations. Expect the bathroom mirror shock to expand into several mind-bending sequences, where Mariah sees figures from her past, perhaps not just Ian. Emotional confrontations. Tessa, Nick, and possibly even Sharon may have to confront Mariah and decide if she's actually in danger, or if this is self-destructive guilt boiling over. A possible outside threat. If a real stalker is involved, Genoka City's crime threads could tighten, leading to police, secret notes, hidden messages, and terrifying rooftop or alleyway confrontations. This isn't just a subplot, it's a major arc with implications for the next several months of episodes. Fan reactions are explosive. As soon as spoilers hit social media, fans exploded. Is this real? Is Ian back? Or is someone else messing with her mind? Mariah's storyline is insane, best twist in years. I need answers, not just ghost visions. Fans are torn between theories. But one thing is clear. Mariah's stalker plot has become the hottest topic in the YNR fandom overnight. Why this is more than just another soap plot. On the surface, a stalker twist might seem like typical melodrama. But here's what makes this one different. It taps into real mental health struggles. Mariah's journey mirrors real world experiences, trauma triggers, guilt, panic, and the fear that no one believes you. This makes her vulnerability resonate more than a simple villain reveal. It affects her relationships deeply. Her marriage, trust with friends, and personal identity are all shaken, meaning this arc could have long-term consequences. It could redefine her future. Mariah's story has often been dramatic, but this could be the defining plot of her YNR legacy, setting up new directions for the character. Final thoughts. If there's one thing certain about this new Stalker storyline, it's this. It's not going away anytime soon. It's not superficial, and it may be one of the boldest psychological arcs the show has ever attempted. The Restless spoilers. Phyllis saves the day for Jabot. FAC reunion coming? The Young and the Restless spoilers note that while Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, believes that Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, is a wild card, there's a good chance she may end up saving the day for Jabot. Could this signal a FAC reunion? Wait, what? How? The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Jack is in a solid relationship with Diane Abbott, Susan Walters, and they are happily married. Still, before Diane returned to town, Jack was with Phyllis, and fans know that he's got a soft spot in his heart for Red. Jack has been betting on reliable people in his plight to stop Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, from ruining his family's legacy with that AI software, and has. Both Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, and Michael Baldwin, Christian LeBlanc, are trustworthy and can be counted on. However, it does seem as if both of them may back out when push comes to shove. After all, who wants to turn against the mustache? Phyllis could surprise Jack by saving the day for Jabot and becoming a hero in this story. How will he react to it all? Phyllis and Jack's love story. While Jack and Diane are happy, anything could happen over the next couple of weeks or months to add a rift to their romance. After all, Jack's connection with Nikki still rubs Diane the wrong way, and if Nikki ends up turning on Jack, this could cause friction in the Dak marriage. If Phyllis ends up saving the day for Jack and Jabot, could this lead to them rekindling their friendship? Will they spend more time together? Could they reform a bond that leads to a romantic reunion? While Jack loves Diane, Phyllis was one of the great loves of his life. Do you think Jack and Phyllis could reunite? Would you like to see them reunite? Today's shocking Young and the Restless news. Phyllis saves the day for Jabot. Could a FAC reunion be coming? Genoa City, hold onto your seats, YNR fans. Today's spoilers reveal that Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, may be the unlikely hero in the ongoing battle to save Jabot Cosmetics. And longtime viewers are buzzing about the possibility of a FAC reunion with Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman. Celebrating the soaps. In what might be the soap event of the new year, Phyllis, often painted as unpredictable and controversial, could be rising to the challenge to rescue the Abbott family legacy from disaster. But will it spark romantic flames between Phyllis and Jack once again? Let's break it all down. The crisis that changed everything. Jabot in peril. For weeks, and now months. On The Young and the Restless, the Abbott family has been scrambling to defend Jabot Cosmetics against a full-on corporate attack, spearheaded by none other than Victor Newman, Eric Braeden. The stakes have never been higher. Victor's plot has leaned heavily on dangerous artificial intelligence software, a technological weapon originally introduced by Kane Ashby, which has now been reportedly stolen and could be used to destroy Jabot's operations once and for all. Without a counterattack, Jabot remains dangerously vulnerable. And that, ladies and gentlemen, sets the stage for one of the most shocking developments yet. Phyllis stepping into the spotlight. While Jack Abbott has been seeking reliable allies, Nikki Newman and Michael Baldwin among them, spoilers now suggest that none may be as unpredictable and uniquely positioned as Phyllis Summers to tip the scales. Here's how this unbelievably juicy twist unfolds. Jack has openly acknowledged that he still sees Phyllis as a wild card, someone he can't fully predict. But this unpredictability might be exactly what Jabot needs right now. Because if anyone can take the fight to Victor, especially outside the corporate rules, it's Phyllis. Phyllis versus Victor, the ultimate underdog story. Phyllis Summers isn't a corporate strategist. She's a survivor. Over the decades, she's stumbled, schemed, fallen hard, fought back, and survived again. That tenacity might just be the wild card the Abbotts need. Whispers in spoiler circles now suggest that Phyllis could swoop in and save the day for Jabot in a way no one sees coming, possibly even outmaneuvering Victor's AI advantage altogether. This isn't just an unexpected plot twist. It's a dramatic narrative power move that could change everything. The big question, will Jack and Phyllis reignite their romance? Let's call it what it is. This storyline has romance written all over it. Their past, dubbed by fans as FAC, is one of the most iconic and oh-so-messy relationships in Young and the Restless history. And right now, with Jack's current steady romance with Diane Abbott, Susan Walters, potentially on the rocks due to internal pressures, fans are asking, could heroics from Phyllis be the spark that reignites the chemistry that never really died? Jack and Diane are currently happily married, and that stability has been a refreshing change. But Genoa City rarely stays calm for long. Spoilers note that Jack still has a soft spot for Phyllis, something that Diane knows about and which could cause tension if Phyllis steps into a hero role. Why fans are buzzing about FAC? History. Their romance was legendary in Genoa City. Chemistry. They had heat, drama, love, and conflict, all of which screams soap opera gold. Timing. A heroic Phyllis, saving the legacy of the family Jack still cares about, could be the catalyst that reignites old feelings. Fans are already debating if this is an intentional setup by the writers to bring back the spark between them. Only time will tell, but right now, it's one of the hottest fan theories going. Backlash and support, the fan reaction. Online YNR communities are exploding with discussion about this twist. Some fans are thrilled. If Phyllis takes back the AI and saves Jabot, that's the power move of the decade. Reddit user opinion. Others aren't so sure. Why would Jack trust Phyllis? She's chaos energy. Another popular fan sentiment. One thing is clear. Phyllis driving the future direction of Jabot, and potentially Jack's heart, is a storyline that's already getting massive engagement. Layers of complexity. Diane, Nick, and Victor. Before we jump too deep into romance rumors, let's remember the dynamic corporate battlefield that is Genoa City. Diane's position. Jack's relationship with Diane has been solid, arguably the healthiest he's had in years. But if Phyllis saves his family's legacy, Diane's role may instantly be complicated. How would she react? Some fans are theorizing Diane could step back and let Jack and Phyllis reconnect, or she could fight to keep her place. Read that any way you want. It's drama waiting to happen. Nikki and Nick's involvement. At the same time, Nikki Newman and Nick Newman have their own hands full. Nikki has been close to Jack in various capacities in the past, and that rubs Diane the wrong way already. Celebrating the soaps. Meanwhile, Nick's battles, including dealing with Matt Clark, take his focus elsewhere. Celebrating the soaps. Victor's shadow still looms. Let's not forget the man at the center of this storm, Victor Newman. Whether Phyllis actually succeeds in defeating his AI attack, or even turns his plan against him, depends on how far Victor's manipulation and power go. And one thing's for sure, Victor doesn't give up without a fight. The stakes are monumental. Here's why this potential twist isn't just another soap spoiler. Jabot's future might depend on a Phyllis resurgence. Jack's emotional arc could be shifting dramatically. Victor's corporate dominance could finally be challenged. Old relationships and possibly old flames could reopen. This storyline could redefine every major character's trajectory, including ones we thought were securely on new paths. What to watch for? Here's the spoiler timeline fans should keep an eye on over the coming weeks. Phase 1. Phyllis's big move. Phyllis takes an unexpected action that puts her front and center in the fight for Jabot. This could involve leveraging insider knowledge, a daring legal play, or even snatching the AI program back into Abbott hands. Spoilers imply something huge is coming soon. Celebrating the soaps. Phase 2. Emotional fallout. Jack's admiration, gratitude, and deep history with Phyllis begins to blur lines, especially as Diane grows wary. Phase 3. Open door to reunion. If the narrative pushes Jack and Phyllis together during the crisis climax, fans will be calling it the FAC reunion is on. Whether it's professional or personal, that's the cliffhanger that set the Young and the Restless community ablaze. Final thoughts. This could be the big soap shakeup of the year. If Phyllis truly becomes the savior Jabot never expected, she could go from wild card to Genoa City hero. And that's the exact kind of twist that turns casual watchers into devoted viewers overnight. Soap operas are built on unlikely heroes, complicated love stories, corporate warfare, tension between past and present relationships. And with this new development, The Young and the Restless is checking every box.